Hello! Welcome to the second video of a three-part video series exploring how to set up space-time triggers on your RxG. We can use space-time triggers to manipulate accounts based on time of day or to trigger notifications and email campaigns based on the location of the device. For part 1, click the card on the screen or find the link in the description box. This is part 2, a time trigger that will allow access to the internet for a certain part of the day and block access at other times. This would be particularly useful in a family scenario where we want to restrict internet access for children at specific times of day. The first thing we want to do is make sure that we have separate VLANs for our children accounts, as well as a separate account group. This group is not yet assigned to a policy, so we'll set that up next. Navigate to Policies and create a new policy under the Policy scaffold. This policy will have a default state of no internet access, and then the time trigger will allow access at the designated time. We're going to call it Children Bedtime, and it will only allow access to the Splash portal. We will assign it to the Children account group. Click Create. Now, when we click on the overall policy view, we can see the Children accounts group, governed by the Children Bedtime policy, with access to the Splash portal. Now let's create our time trigger. Navigate to Policies, Event Triggers, and locate the Space-Time Trigger scaffold and click on Create New. We'll name this one Children Daytime Access. Select the Children Bedtime policy and set up a time enforcement of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., during which we will permit internet access. This will be for all days. Suppose you wanted a different range on weekends, for example. You would set this trigger for weekdays only and set up a separate trigger for the alternate desired range and only select weekend days. Transient membership indicates an alternative group from the account's primary group identity. While the time trigger is active, the relevant accounts will be temporarily moved into the new group and governed by that new group's policy settings, rather than those of their regularly assigned group. For this scenario, we'll select Post-Auth Accounts IP group and make sure the Transition Behaviors boxes are unticked. Click Create. Now when we go to the policy view, we can see that the Children Bedtime group still goes to the Splash portal, but from 8 a.m. until 7:59 p.m., there is a time trigger that allows it to be moved into the Post-Auth Accounts IP group, allowing it all the privileges of the Post-Auth policy, like going out to the internet. How could you use this kind of a time trigger? Comment down below, follow along with our channel for more updates, demonstrations, and informations about all things RGNets and RxG, and look for part 3 here on the screen or in the description box.